When your cat follows you into the bathroom, do you actually know what they're trying to say? Yes, it can look funny, even adorable, but behind that habit, there's something deeper most people never realize. It's one of the most emotionally loaded things your cat can do, and if you ignore it, like most owners do, you might quietly miss the trust or the warning they're trying to give you. Let's start with why they do it. 1. The closed door crisis. Why does closing the bathroom door feel like a betrayal to your cat? To us, it is normal. You want privacy. But to your cat, that closed door is a wall between you and them, a sudden, unexplained cutoff, and it sends one message loud and clear. You are not allowed in. That is not just confusing, it is painful. Cats are territorial creatures. They map their world through access, movement, and shared space. So when they see you vanish behind a door, something in their brain flips. It triggers an ancient survival panic. If they cannot see you, they do not know if you are safe. And worse, they no longer feel connected. That is why some cats paw at the door. Some will just sit quietly outside like statues, waiting. You think they are being clingy, but really, they are trying to tell you, I need to know you're still mine. This isn't about invading your privacy. It is about avoiding separation anxiety. It is about being emotionally tethered to you, even for 2 minutes. If your cat reacts strongly to the door closing, it means they feel the gap instantly. That bond is real, and it matters. 2. The bathroom is a scent exchange zone. What if your cat is not just following you, but actually communicating with scent? Cats speak through smell. It is how they identify their territory, track safety, and understand the emotional state of other animals. And when they follow you into the bathroom, they are doing something incredibly primal. They are checking in. Bathrooms are rich with scent data. You are more exposed, more raw, and to your cat, that means more information. They are reading your body chemistry, your stress signals, your health. And without even realizing it, you are doing the same to them. It is not weird, it is instinct. When your cat brushes up against your leg or rubs their cheek on the cabinet, they are marking you. But not in an aggressive way, in a familiar, this belongs to me kind of way. The bathroom becomes a shared scent space, a neutral ground where you both reestablish the bond. That is why they linger, why they choose that moment to be near. And hey, before we move to the next one, make sure to hit like and subscribe so we can get this video to more people who love their cats as much as you do. 3. They know you're stuck and they love it. Have you ever noticed how your cat suddenly wants attention the moment you sit down in the bathroom? That's not a coincidence. That's strategy. Cats are smart. They observe patterns and they remember everything. And they know that when you're in the bathroom, you're not running around, you're not answering the door, and you're not distracted by a screen. You are for once fully available. This is one of the rare moments where they have your undivided attention. No excuses, no movement, just you. So what do? They take advantage of it. They might jump on your lap, weave around your legs, roll onto their back like a kitten begging for affection. Some will even demand full-on conversation. It is funny, yes, but it is also very intentional. This is their perfect window to bond, and the way they use it says a lot about their personality. Confident cats will engage. Shy ones will just sit quietly nearby, but both are telling you the same thing. Now that I have you, I'm not wasting a second. And there's another reason they insist on being there, one that flips the script completely, because in their mind, you're the vulnerable one now, and that changes everything. We'll get into that in just a second. 4. They're protecting you without you realizing. What if your cat isn't just following you into the bathroom, but guarding you? It sounds dramatic, but to them, it is not a joke. The bathroom is one of the few places where you seem vulnerable. You close a door, you sit in silence, you let your guard down. And to a creature hardwired to read subtle energy shifts, that change does not go unnoticed. In the wild, moments like these would be dangerous. Animals are attacked when they are distracted or still, and although your cat lives in a safe home, those instincts never left. So what do? They stay close. They sit facing the door. They position themselves between you and any unknown threat. Some even pace. They are scanning, alert, in a state of quiet awareness. Not for themselves, but for you. You might think they are just being nosy or clingy, but what you are seeing is a deep protective instinct, and it only activates around someone they truly trust. It is subtle. Most people never recognize it, but once you do, you will never unsee it. Your cat is not just watching you, they are watching out for you. 5. They're copying a wild survival behavior. Could your cat be following you to the bathroom because they're treating you like a member of their survival group? In the wild, cats operate by an unspoken rule. No one goes anywhere alone. When one cat moves away from the group, even for a minute, the others follow. Not to be nosy, but to make sure nothing goes wrong. This is how bonded cats survive. One stands guard while the other drinks. One scout while the other sleeps. And when one disappears, even briefly, the rest react. That instinct never left. When your cat follows you into the bathroom, they are not just being curious. They are following the same blueprint their ancestors used to stay safe. You left the shared space. You might be in trouble. And they are not okay with that. They may not know what a toilet is. They may not understand the concept of privacy, but they understand one thing. If you vanish, they follow, because that is what family does. And if you have more than one cat, watch how one follows first, and the second one watches the door. You are witnessing the same behavior big cats show in the wild: quiet, loyal, and completely underestimated. 6. They think you're a sort of giant cat. What if your cat thinks you're just a really big, weird-looking version of them? To a cat, you are not human the way we define it. They do not see species. They see energy, patterns, and social behavior. And when you act like a calm, stable, dominant presence, especially behind a closed door, they categorize you the only way they know how, as one of them. And in feline terms, that means two things. You are either a threat or you are part of the group. When your cat follows you into the bathroom and calmly shares the space without fear or hesitation, it is because they've decided you belong. They have made peace with your strange fur, your odd rituals, and your complete lack of tail, and they still want to be near you. This is one of the rarest forms of feline acceptance. Not only do they see you as familiar, they see you as safe to coexist with during vulnerability. They would not do that with just anyone. Not with strangers, not with other cats they do not fully trust, only with the ones they believe are part of their chosen circle. So if you ever feel weird about being watched in the bathroom, just remember, they think you are family. They just do not understand why you insist on doing your business in such a loud porcelain box. 7. Bathroom equals emotional thermometer. Could your cat be using the bathroom to check how you're really feeling? Cats pick up on emotions in ways we are only beginning to understand. They might not speak your language, but they absolutely sense your energy. And when you're in the bathroom, away from distractions, fully relaxed or completely overwhelmed, your emotional state becomes more visible. That's when they scan you. The way you breathe, the pace of your movements, the tension in your voice. These are all emotional signals, and your cat is reading them like a book. Some cats will curl near your feet when they sense stress. Others might stare at you intensely if they pick up on sadness. They are not judging. They are monitoring. And in some cases, quietly comforting you without you even noticing. You think they're just sitting there, but in that stillness, they are tuned in more than ever. For a cat, emotional bonding is not about cuddles and kisses. It is about presence. It is about sensing when something shifts in you and showing up for it, even if all they do is watch. 8. This is their way of saying you're mine. What if your cat isn't just following you, but claiming you? Cats are territorial. They do not share their space with just anyone. When they follow you into the bathroom, brush against your legs, rub their face on the cabinets, or even the toilet, they are marking. But it is not dominance, it is devotion. This is called scent marking. Cats have glands around their cheeks and paws that release subtle chemical signals. When they rub against you or your surroundings, they're layering their scent on top of yours, blending your identities in a way only they understand. It is their way of saying, you're part of my world now. You belong to me. They do this with the things they love. Their bed, their toys, their favorite spot by the window, and yes, their favorite human. The bathroom just happens to be one of the most scent-neutral places in the house, which makes it the perfect blank canvas for them to paint you into their story. So the next time they wind around your legs or press their head into your calf while you're brushing your teeth, remember, it is not just a habit. 9. The moment you ignore them, something changes. What happens when you keep shutting them out and they finally stop following? Most owners laugh when their cat follows them into the bathroom. They joke about being stalked. They push them out, close the door, shrug it off. But what happens when your cat gives up? When they stop scratching at the door? When they no longer wait? When they start keeping their distance? That is not independence. That is disconnection. Because every time they followed you in, they were making a small emotional offer, a silent invitation to bond. And when that invitation keeps getting declined, they learn something. They learn not to try. This is how cats shift. Slowly, quietly, without drama. They do not get angry, they just retreat. So if your cat used to follow you, and now they don't, ask yourself why. That bathroom moment was never about the room. It was about trust, vulnerability, comfort, claiming, watching over you, reading your emotions, asking to be close. And when they stop asking, it means something inside that bond has faded. Not completely, but just enough for them to step back. The good news? You can always rebuild it. It starts with noticing, with letting them in, with understanding what they were trying to tell you all along.